electricity going on up here when Nathan Justice walked on stage. Crazy. Hey, while they're getting up in place, we had a contest in the past few weeks for an ESM essay or video contest to submit. So, oh wait, she might have just walked out. I'm not sure. Hey, Cole Honeyman. Oh yeah, that's all right. Hey, get Rachel rolling back here. Sit her back. He's like, I won? No, you didn't. Sorry. I don't think. He was getting ready to run back in here, but he didn't know. How about this? We put it on pause. She doesn't know yet, but Rachel will roll at once. So we'll just give it up for her after we hear from this awesome men's ensemble action here. Give it up for her.
Chariot, let me ride. Low down the 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 chariot, let me ride. Ride on, King Jesus. Ride on, King Jesus. Ride on, the conquering King. I wanna go to heaven in the morning. Ride on, King Jesus. Ride on, King Jesus. Ride on, the conquering King. I wanna go to heaven in the morning.
I've been trying.
Low down the chariot.
That's sweet right there. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Give it up. One more time. Give it up for Ms. Alcala. That's good. Woo! Okay, back to what I was saying before. Rachel, you come on up here. ESM contest, she submitted an essay for her trip to Jamaica. And so she is the winner of a fantastic iPad mini right there. Congratulations. We had a lot of great submissions, videos and essays and everything. So that was awesome to hear you guys' story. And Rachel, sometime we'll have to connect to do like a little video thing too. Praise band, come on up. We've got an all-senior praise band, with the exception of the marvelous Dean English here is going to be playing a little bass, holding it up. So if you guys will you stand with us and join us in worship this morning as we...
We are knocking off the Funky Bunch, and due to an unexpected accident, we did not get to perform at Nova. It was referenced earlier, actually, so yeah, we're going to show you what we got right about now. It was alright, but Johnny, you told me before the show that you were going to come in a little stronger, so it's like you said one thing and did the other, man. You've been hanging out with the juniors too much.
Oh, no. Okay. Anyway, this whole year I've been wanting to do a couple things, and as you know, with me being Johnny the Choir, I can't do a lot of stuff without getting in trouble. So, my last day of school was yesterday, so I found it appropriate if I did it today, right? You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Perfect day. Just help me out really quick. I wanna scream and shout and let it all out, and scream and shout and let it out. We saying oh yo yo yo. We saying oh yo yo yo. I wanna scream and shout and let it all out, and scream and shout and let it out. We saying you are now rocking with Marky Boys.
I messed up in the middle, but don't judge me. I'm not going to judge you. I'm graduating in 2013, not 2014.
Oh, God.
I mean, it wasn't that bad, though. Like, it could have been worse. At least we didn't put Post-it notes everywhere.
That's true. Hey. We're up here for one real reason, though. And that's to honor somebody who's just so beautiful and just so lovely. And she goes by the name of Miss Nichols. So, we have a song. Get out. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Only 26 years old. And nothing cute and beautiful. And I want you to be girl. Isn't she lovely when she's old?
Miss Nichols right there, I see you. We're gonna do something special for you, Miss Nichols.
We know this is one of your favorite songs.
Right there. My favorite too. Fine.
Longest for the longest time. Ooh, longest for the
because, first of all, we'd like the Nichols family to come on up here. And when Mrs. Nichols told us she was resigning, that this was going to be her last year, her exact words to me were, "I'm just going to quietly slip out the door. I don't want any hoot-too or any big deal thing." She said, "Do you promise me that?" And I just said, "Oh yes, we'll promise you that, Mrs. Nichols." But she doesn't always get everything she wants around here, though I know that when Mrs. Nichols makes a request, we try our best to meet it. But this is one request that we were not going to fulfill. So we are excited to be able to honor you at this chapel. And Mr. Orange has a presentation for you.
Ms. Nichols, all of you in this room have been touched. Your lives have been poured into, affected, changed in many ways by her ministry, by her life, and her love of the Lord and how she has lived that before you. So, Ms. Nichols, we have just a small gift, but a very meaningful gift. And we hope that during the summer you'll take time and be encouraged as you look through and read messages from those who you've touched and changed. So thank you. We love you.
We tried to figure out last night numbers for her, and we weren't able to do it. And I'm sure that Mrs. Nichols, over 31 years, has written countless notes. So we're hoping that this is a little bit of giving back to you with many notes. It wouldn't anywhere near come to what you have given out in notes of encouragement or hugs. I don't know how many hugs you probably gave out, or prayers, and of course, grading research papers, or following up on some kids. The numbers are probably beyond what we could count, but we hope this will be something that will be really dear to you over the years.
It seems like yesterday. Am I on? Got it. It seems like yesterday that you were working or rehearsing or whatever for me to be a part of one of your musicals. Never before had I sung in front of a group until she got a hold of me and asked me to play the character in the musical Salty. Those of you probably know what the world that is. But that was one of our first musicals that we put on at TCS back in the early years. But I also, when we look and reflect the page in regards to the 30-some years that you've been a part of Troy Christian, those 30-some years haven't been just stayed in one place. If you recall, when Troy Christian first began, you were a part of a class being held in the red carpet of First Baptist Church. Matter of fact, I remember there were many times where you would have to tear down the classroom because that was the spot that the church used for funerals. And so we had to clear out. And then after that, I remember we purchased the medical building across the street from First Baptist. And then you moved over to that location. And then we purchased the First Southern Baptist Church spot, which is now currently the elementary. And you moved over into that area to be a part of Star Hammond or Junior High over in that building. Then after that, we had the joint venture with Dave Christian. And you had to combine our 7th and 8th grades, and then you had to move from that location back to First Baptist again. while they built this facility, at least the classroom area. Then you move back to DC, back into the building here, and I remember you putting on your first play, which was held in the area which is now Mr. and Mrs. Barnish's room, and I think Miss Bears and the additional. That was the commons, that was the wrestling room, that was the room where we had a stage, we had chapel and so forth. And then obviously, the last position or place that you ended up being after the whole high school year. But over those years, Paige, you have also moved many a time. But along with all of that, over those past 31 years, your love for students has never diminished. I remember the first time Carl and I had our parent-teacher conference with you. And we came in, we were talking about my daughter Jenny at the time, and I remember you encouraging us by saying to us, someday she will be human again. And there's something about those junior high years that were some of the most stretching years of our lives in raising our kids. And we've had the joy of you being involved not only with all three of my girls, but my granddaughters. And Paige had always said that the reason God called you into teaching was that your first responsibility and objective was to be there to love on kids. And so over 31 years you have loved on our kids. And you treated them as your own. And I count it as a privilege to be able to be a partner with you in working with our students here at TCS. And it's because of your love and compassion for our students that many of them have gone on to become wonderful men and women of God because of your influence in their lives. And I just want to thank you personally on behalf of Troy Christian. And you know that we've always made an emphasis and tried to help our kids understand the importance of being a servant. And that's where that passage of scripture in Mark chapter 10 talks about servanthood and helping our kids to be servants like Jesus. And I thank you for those years that you have contributed in helping to demonstrate, not just talk about, but demonstrate what it means to be a true servant. So we'd like to honor you with, again, the Colin Basin Award in relationship to servanthood. We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that you've done to demonstrate that. We'd ask all of those of you that have had Mrs. Nichols, because you got some of your former students up here today. Like all of you that have had Mrs. Nichols, if you would, to come and gather around. We're going to have Mrs. Nichols and her family to come on up here to the center part of the stage. And then we're going to ask you to come, while they get up there, then we're going to ask you to come and join up there as well as all around in here so we can get a photo of all those students that have been a part of Mrs. Nichols' life. So if you come and do that at this time.
All right, we guys give it up one more time for the wonderful. Okay, we have one last thing to do before we head off to class. It's kind of a tradition that we have. If we could get the senior class mid-court, if you guys could just go mid-court real quick, gather up, circle up, get tight, big group hug. And if we could get the rest of the student body, teachers, guests, if you're here, you know, seniors, whatever, if you guys want to circle around them, lay hands on them, we would just love to pray for this class as they head out from Troy Christian.